Hey, you guys, we are back to do another Love and Marriage Huntsville review. So, yeah, this one just kind of got me in my feelings because, you know, Tisha just get on my nerves. As always. That's like, I don't like her stuff on Instagram no more, but I know she don't care. I don't care either.
Yeah, she probably don't care.
All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get into it.
Yep.
Yeah. LY. Hey, you guys, we are back. My name is Kourtney, and this is my husband.
E-Dub.
His stomach hurt, y'all. Got the bubble guts.
Yeah, it's talking to it. It wants to get on camera also.
All right, you guys, so if this is your first time joining, let me tell you what this channel is all about. This channel is about us, Kourtney and Eddie. We do relationship topics, reviews, and right now we're doing Love and Marriage Huntsville of Alabama. Why? Because we're in Alabama. Yes, we are. And we don't have an accent, and we don't talk country.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
We sure enough do.
No.
We sure enough do.
All right, you guys. So if you hadn't already and you went ahead and strolled past YouTube and you seen us on there and you decided to click play and you was like, who are these people talking like that because they ain't got no accent? Hey, we cool people. Just go ahead and join the co-ed family. You know, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're watching us on YouTube and Facebook. Hit like and follow. And on all social media sites, what you need to do, baby?
Like, comment.
Let's go and get into this, y'all. Comment down below. That's what he supposed to always say. You know, he got one job.
Hey.
All right, so it started out where Marcel is doing some adding, I guess you want to say, to Black, the cigar lounge. Ain't that what it's called?
Yeah, Blacks.
Yeah. And so he's trying to add a part and make it like a brunch type thing or whatever. And he said he want to put this chef, I think his name was Cameron.
That's a different building, baby. Different building. It was in Blacks, and they was trying to do the couch in Blacks. And they went to another building.
I thought that was part of Blacks.
No, that's like a separate building, probably
okay.
connected to Blacks, but a different building.
Okay.
Cause you remember Martell came in there, so when I was small, so yeah, they was coming there and they were going to try and make a brunch with this, I guess, a local chef there in Huntsville.
Yeah, young guy.
Yeah, and so they was trying to get that off the ground. But
yeah, and that's what I like to see. I like to see stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that they are now incorporating a lot of other stuff that we can kind of see what's going on. Well,
like,
they only one got something going on.
Yeah, like the female
architect. I see it for you, baby. It's all right.
Yeah, but like the female person that builds stuff.
Yeah.
I can't say architect. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So Martell comes in and, you know, doing a little chit-chatting with Marceau. And, of course, like what you just said, you know, he said he remembered that, you know, them being poor, that, you know, they used to come in there and buy things out of that, you know, junk place and everything. And so they started talking about the 47 acres and how right now it's on pause because, of course, he's going through divorce and he can't put that out there right now. And so Marcel was like, you know, it's always something with this 47 acres. You know, first he, I guess maybe he's saying that, you know, he getting this stuff sold back to him that he reaped because he kind of bought it from under their nose.
Oh, yeah, I did hear that part, and you know, basically saying what goes around comes around, I guess. But that divorce is just holding a lot of, holding a lot of financial means for Martell. He's holding a lot of finances and money, and he's got everything tied into that 47 acres, and it's on pause because of the divorce, and he's just losing a lot of money. He's losing a lot of clients, and it's messy.
Yeah, and then Marcel did make the fact of, you know, his little confessional that, you know, Maurice told him that he got a baby on the way. Well, not from what we saw on camera. Now, maybe he told you that off camera, but Maurice was adamant about not telling you that because he felt like it wasn't his business to tell. So, you know, we already knew that, you know, anyway, because you kind of alluded to it, but he wasn't finna tell you. But, you know, you just being messy, honey, because, you know, that man didn't tell you, he told you anyway. So he did say, you know, I'd just be glad we out here at rock bottom. That ain't something you want to say to a person. You know, well, I understood what he was saying, but...
Right.
No, you cut me off while you up there breathing hard. because I said
You was like you asking me a question when you said it, man. Well, anyway, yeah, I can kind of see what Marceau was trying to say. It came out wrong. You know, sometimes you do have to hit rock bottom, so you realize what you've done and what you need to do to get back out, get back up. You know, and basically that's what you're trying to tell Martell, but it came out so condescending, man. And but I can get the gist what he was trying to say.
Now I said that on the last video we did. I said that you need to hit rock bottom. Oh, you don't need to hit rock bottom because you said that because he got finance, he got children and everything.
Let me say that. Let me say that. No, I don't want nobody to hit rock bottom. Okay, if they can help it. Okay, but sometimes people have no choice but to hit rock bottom to realize the errors in their ways. Okay, I'm not a big believer in people just being out, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe in that.
Well, I believe in
but sometimes it has to happen. Sometimes it has to happen. I get it.
I believe
but I don't wish that on nobody.
Okay,
though.
now you're trying to cut me off.
No, I ain't trying to cut you off.
Okay, so I do believe that I will snatch that mic off of your shirt.
You already hit me once.
That was by accident. So I do believe that you make your bed, as they say, and you lie in it. You know and that's basically what he's getting. He made his bed for 5 years. He did what he did, and now lying in it. So
I do not condone what Martell did. I don't condone that. What he did was completely wrong. I get it, but regardless, man, I wish he could have chose a different way. It happened, but sure. Hey, he's gonna man up and get out of it.
Yeah. So anyway, they're just throwing that in there. He said, he was telling about this accident, or Martell was making reference to it. He was like, well, why you take that car anyway? You got a Jeep, you got a truck?
That was shade. Mm-hmm. That was shade.
Everybody want to know that answer.
That right there was straight up shade with a glass of lemonade. That's what that was.
Just had to rhyme.
Yeah, I had to rhyme because it's on time. Cause I gotta die.
Moving on to the next line. So Mel,
look at that. She came over.
So now let's move on to the next scene where Mel is cooking dinner for her family.
Planning to cook dinner.
It looked like she was cooking me, but anyway. Yeah. So her mother-in-law, or I guess almost former mother-in-law, Marlene, I think that's how you pronounce her name. She came over, and some people didn't know her name, but so we got a family full of M's. Now imagine that. He married a woman named Melanie. His name Martell. Then they named all their children, all the M's, and I don't know all them children names. So it was talking about, Mel was basically telling her mother-in-law, Miss Marlene, as far as the things that taking place, and how Martell just kind of like did this on himself, and what we kind of discussed last time about. When you go out there and cheat and you do this type of thing, Eddie want to take credit and say that they was looking at the video and they put that part in there. But anyway,
I'm production went back and looked at the video. Yeah, Edo was right about that. Let's put that in there. And he was right about this one. Because everything she said was verbatim. Go look at the tape.
I said it
Go look at the tape. Go look at the tape. What we said, and they said it verbatim this episode.
I said it too.
I
said it too. I said you got to be careful when you do stuff like that. Not only would it affect you, it affect the whole family. Go look at the tape. Go look at the tape. Okay. So it affects the whole family. And that's basically what she said. Yeah. Like he broke up his whole family because you got aunts, you got uncles, you got so many people that have been joined together. And now look, this right here is caused a total division. And she said he messed up.
And hence the reason, if my daughter or any of our kids, we got one of the kids married already, I don't get close to nobody. Stay in my little bubble. Stay in my line.
Your point, what was the point of saying that?
There's no point.
Okay.
I just want to hear myself talk.
Well, and then Mel also said that, he's going around telling everybody that she cheated and all this stuff. And the mom said, well, did you cheat? Because all she did was just looking, she looking, what I'm saying?
But you got to understand, That's still Martell's mom.
Oh yeah.
So she gonna try. Yeah, she gonna take her for a boy. Yeah.
So she was like, no. She said I didn't cheat. She said now she said don't you remember when I moved out and I was staying by myself and stuff? She said I went on a date. And she said I was dating. I don't know. She said for 3 months. She said we didn't have
3
sex.
weeks.
Okay, she said 3 weeks we didn't have sex, and then like that, times passed. She said it was emotional. She said, but that was the only thing I did. She said, and of course he was already doing his thing, and we had decided that I'm divorcing him. So she was like, I gotta do what I want to at that point. So no, I didn't cheat. So he was out there doing what he was doing for 5 years. And mother was like, well, you right about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she couldn't say nothing about that.
Yeah.
5 years, like I said, that's a whole relationship right there.
And so she did say that, Martell is stressing her out. He want full custody of the kids. That's when she said, oh, no. She said, so he going to be over there with you with them kids because y'all going to be taking, oh, no. No, that's y'all children. I didn't ask for these children. That's y'all. She said, oh, no, I'm a girl mama. I'm not finna be taking care of. I raised my kids. Y'all got to raise them as y'all children. She made that crystal clear dinner.
Yeah, I like how Mel kind of pulled her in like that. Well, he gonna get full custody. Guess what?
Yep, she did.
He's gonna be
smart.
baby. Yeah, that was smart. Real smart, Mel. Mm-hmm. Real smart.
But this part is where she get, I guess I seen what Mel seemed to be a little bit hurt.
Yeah, there was a gut punch to Mel, in my opinion.
Because she said that, they talked about the baby.
Yeah,
he got a baby on the way and stuff. And she did say it was a boy,
Yeah, you can see Mel expression, her face just like went blank.
Yeah, it did. She did.
Yeah, that caught her off guard.
And she said, oh. And then she said, one thing about my grandchildren, she said, I'm not going to treat this child no different than the rest of my grandchildren. And you feel like that's when she just kind of, felt some type of way at that point.
Yeah, because I can see Mel how she's going to feel when all the kids get together. She's not going to be able to accept that. I don't want to call the child side baby, nothing like that. But she's not going to be able to accept that child like that. You know what I'm saying? But then you're going to see the grandma putting that child on the same level as your kids. And so it's going to be real awkward, man. It's
awkward. It's hard.
Right.
It's not comfortable for nobody. And one thing about it, that child did not ask to be here. No. And
it's not the child's fault.
It's not the child's fault.
It's not the child's fault at all.
I don't know if Melody would ever have to reenact or come in contact with the child. Maybe not. If Martell is keeping his son and keeping the rest of the children, it may be that when she have to pick him up, that she may see this
That's
child.
What I'm trying to get at. What about birthday parties? Holidays and stuff. It's gonna be.
It's awkward. So let's move on to Letitia. Letitia making this dinner for Marceau. Well, setting this up, which was nice. Of course.
Give her credit. Give her credit.
Yeah, for sure.
Give her credit. Give her credit.
You gotta
give her
bog
credit.
me down. She ain't paying no bills over here. Like getting her credit is gonna do what? Give you credit? Mm-mm.
Hey,
I was giving her credit.
Give her credit though. You did it once already.
It was by accident. Ain't no Bruce going on over here. So it was a nice little setting. Of course, we're in a pandemic, and everybody they opened it back up. We was in the pandemic.
So we saw the day, boy. You couldn't tell the day, man.
So it was nice. I think people got more creative on how to do it. And it was really nice. He was surprised. She came in with a coat on, but I wonder why she didn't grab her coat to go back out, because then he had to get her coat, but that's just what I paid attention to. And so he was just surprised. She was dressed up. He was excited. He was like, where you going? You looking all good. And it was nice. It was romantic. So
actually it was romantic. Don't get me wrong. Give her credit for that. But on the other hand, that whole bubble thing that he was in, it reminds me of the scene of Seinfeld with Bubba Boy. You remember Bubba Boy?
It was on Seinfeld.
That was Seinfeld. Remember Bubble Boy?
I remember the movie Bubble Boy.
No, it's an episode of Seinfeld with Bubble Boy. And when Georgia playing games with the Bubble Boy. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. She didn't watch Seinfeld.
I did watch Seinfeld, but I remember the whole movie Bubble Boy, where that boy was in that bubble.
Yeah, but I'm talking
that's what
about,
that reminded me of.
That reminded me of Seinfeld episode.
So they were sitting there having a conversation and talking, and you know, she said, I wanted to thank you for being the foundation. You know, none of this would be possible as far as, I guess, finances, you know, if it wasn't for him.
Go ahead. Okay. I want to say something.
Go ahead.
After all the nice things she said to him, all the nice things she said.
Go ahead and say his part.
He popped that bubble so
hard.
Yeah, he did. You need, basically, he trying to say, you need to stay in the kitchen and be a wife and be a mother. That's all you need to be worried about. I said, man, she basically poured her heart out to you, telling you how much she appreciate you, and all you told her was, you need to be a wife.
Get back in your place. Fall back.
Yeah, stay in your lane. Fall back and stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
Yeah, but he said, I got this. You don't have to worry about that. I got this. And so, you know, on the confession, because she was just like, on the confessional, she was like, you know, she want to be able to, if something happened to him, God forbid, if something happened to him, then she'll be able to pick up the slack and do what's need to be done. And she ain't got to worry about putting a GoFundMe and all that stuff. She didn't say that. But just, you know, and I understand her.
Yeah, I'm stuck in Huntsville. I need to get a ride to Huntsville.
Yeah, no, right? And so she won't have to worry about that. But I really believe that Tisha wants to be a boss chick. She really do. I think really she wants to be a mayor. I think she wants to be, you know.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And it's nothing wrong with that at all. But look who she married to, according to him.
Yeah, but that's the issue. But if a woman wants to go out there and be accomplished and do her own thing, and if it's not going to affect the marriage, if it's not going to affect the household, let her go out there and do it.
Yeah,
it's extra income, extra money, egg nest. You know what I'm saying? And the husband doesn't have to work as hard. You know, you can retire early or something. Well, Marceau don't. I really think he wants her in that house.
Stay there.
Stay there for what reason? So we can get in the sports cars and cruise around the block, baby.
Have another accident. Probably looking at somebody.
No, somebody be in that seat with them. That's what I'm talking about.
Allegedly.
This is BN News. What do you mean by allegedly?
No
comment.
So they were talking about, Tisha was telling him that, you know, Mel wants to meet, or they going on a girls' retreat for one day, you know, and stuff like that, and about Mel, and she just don't trust. But, you know, Marcel rolled his eyes, but he was like, well, you know, I think it's a good thing in the confessional, you know, to go out with her and see, you know, how things go. So Mel and Martell, this was interesting too. So Mel and Martell meet up so that they can exchange the children, and
that's just so hard to watch though.
She was getting all this stuff together, and you know, you can tell Martell wanted to have a conversation with her. You can really tell.
Martell still loves her.
Yeah, he do. You can tell the way he look at her. You know, he
still wants to be with her. He loves her, man.
Yeah. And so she was like, hold up, let me get the baby bottle, let me get this, let me get that. And so anyway, so he said, hey, where you going? And she was like, so he said, let's talk for a minute. So go ahead.
I use that line so many times when your wife mad at you. I know you got to go, but give me 1 minute. Let's talk for a minute.
You're right.
And all you need is that 1 minute. Reel them in. But baby. What, boy? Baby. Then all you want is some kind of response from her. And once you get that response, hey, conversation's going on. You got it.
Oh, slamming the door in your face too. That's a response.
You know you wouldn't do it. No, you wouldn't do that, man.
So, anyway, so they was talking, he was talking about, you know, the kids and her being in Atlanta and stuff like that. And she's just like, you know, that's where I'm at peace. When I come back to Huntsville, it's all chaotic. It's toxic. I just don't like being here. So he was like, I want my kids here with me. I don't want them in Atlanta. Yada, yada, yada. So that's basically what the conversation, which they had that conversation plenty of times. So he just wanted to stir up a conversation just to talk to her.
Not just that. He wants the kids there with him so he can have Mel back in Huntsville, basically. The kids being in Huntsville is employed to get Mel to stay in Huntsville. Yeah. That's all that is.
And then she was like, you talk about this full custody stuff, and
I think that's employed too.
She said, the only reason that you want full custody because you empty without you know, the family here. So you using the children to kind of fill that void because you empty. So, and at the end, she was like, well, your mama told me you got a boy on the way. Deuces.
Yeah, Martell, he didn't have a comeback on that one.
He didn't. At that point, he was like, wait.
Please,
you know?
baby, please. Don't go.
And so she was went to the car and she was like, bye.
I'll be honest with you, man. Even though Martell did that and had the affair and whatnot and had a baby outside the marriage, I think Mel still loves him.
Oh, yeah.
And she still loves him because, first of all, when he went to the driver's door, I can kind of pick up when a woman really wants nothing to do with you. She kind of hesitated before she closed the door. It's like, it was a glimpse of like, okay, maybe I need to sit here and listen to him a little bit more. But her brain said, no, I can't look weak. I'm going to close the door and he drive off.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting from it, man. But.
So let's move on to this part where Kimmy and Jalen and Maurice were sitting down talking. So I guess they needed a moment. You know, they need a storyline.
Well, actually, that's true. But that storyline helped me out a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like Maurice. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, bend your head up.
I was like Maurice because when our daughter came back.
Can you tell the people what it's about first? You just going into it like I said everything.
Okay. All right. What happened was, what's the song? Jalen came back from school. He's undecided what he wants to do.
So he wanted to set up a meeting.
Yeah. So Maurice wants to set up a meeting between him, Caitlin.
Jalen.
Oh, Jalen.
Wrong show, honey.
Oh, Caitlin. I'm thinking about between him, Jalen, and Kevin to sit down and say, hey, man, what's your future? But, like, oh, my God, the boy. What's his name? Jalen. I don't know why I'm going to call him Caitlin. Jalen, like Jalen said, he's lost. He don't know what he wants to do. And the bottom line is this. I was like Maurice. I'm thinking when you get out of school, you should know what you want, which direction you want to go to, which field you want to go to. Because I'm saying to myself, I'm giving you all these tools to help you decide. And you can't decide right now. And because we was going through the same thing. And I was a Maurice because I was frustrated. I said, you graduate school, you got a degree. You know, you should know what you want to do. But then again, like Kimmy said, sometimes these kids, when they get out of college, they be lost for a couple of years. And Maurice has to kind of back up and let this guy find themselves, basically.
Yeah.
And like, what's his name again? Jalen. Like Jalen said, I lost my train of thought.
It's his life, you know. But let me finish then, you know, because I'm not editing this. You just went through all that. I'm not editing.
All I'm saying is his life, and you know he needs to figure it out on his own.
Don't push him into entrepreneurship.
Yeah, you can't push him to entrepreneurship or a job. He got to figure it out on his own.
Yeah.
And I guess us being parents, even though they graduate from college, you still want some control over the kids, and you want to push them in the direction you want them to push them in. And it's not fair to that child.
Nope.
Because, you know, you push them in that one direction, they might not like it, and they're going to fail at it. And when they fail at it, it hurts their self-esteem.
Or not even, they could succeed at it, but they're not happy.
No, they're not happy, you know. Mm-hmm. So it's something I had to learn, you know, because I'm firm, strict when it comes to things like that, you know. Yeah, so it's just, you know, something I learned from the show. And like Maurice, sometimes you just gotta lay back and let them kids find themselves. Because
he said he got to make his own path. He got to create his own path. And, you know, he get confused because people say this, you know, you should be an entrepreneur. You should work hard. You should do. So, you know, he's like, I got to do what's best for me. So, you know, he had to do it his way. Pretty much. So, yeah, you explained it well, bro.
Nah, I lost train of thought. Long days, man. That's all right. Long nights.
All right, so let's talk about this day treat that went day sour.
That's a girl.
So the girls meet up, and I'm just saying what Kimmy had on. I said, all right then, girl, Hunter, you trying to prove the world, honey. You was not no cougar, honey. You was trying to keep up with that Maurice. So yeah, what you saying?
No, ain't nothing.
So she had on her little,
shorts.
Yeah, stomach and everything, and I was like, "Who is that?" That's all right, then, Kim, honey.
Y'all say I'm pretty. I'm gonna show y'all pretty.
And so, one thing, Tisha, she showed up, but she showed up late. Then she gonna get mad at people for having a weird vibe when she showed up late. Well, it looked like they was having fun. They was already talking and, whatever. Then when I came and stuff, it was just a weird vibe and stuff. Girl.
Take a deep breath.
Girl. All right.
You gonna talk to the camera?
Huh?
You gonna talk to the camera?
Am I gonna talk to the camera?
Yeah, you gonna talk to Tish?
I ain't talking to her. If I don't like her stuff on Instagram, I sure ain't finna talk to her to the camera. All right, so
hey, you gonna get this video.
One thing I do like Mel's hair. I love Melanie's hair like this. This the Mel we knew from the beginning. I like this hair. So, but she don't care that I like her hair. But she was talking about an outdoor wedding. So they was like, well, girl, you ain't even got divorced yet. You already. But that's what women do. When we get divorced or we mentally move on, child, we moving on to the next in our hair. We may have
Mel hasn't moved on, though. That's the problem. She hasn't.
Think not?
No, I know not.
Why you know not?
I know not.
That don't even make no sense.
I know. but I know she hasn't moved on, man. Come on now.
So let's talk about this. Let's go ahead and get into this day treat. Well, it was night, so whatever.
It was day when they started.
Yeah.
It was night when Trish started, so it was a night treat for her.
So they got Miss Iama, I think that was her name, to come in and do the mediating and everything. And of course, she's saying some things, she just, they not used to the stuff that she say, all these words she uses. So I don't know what's her whatever, so obviously ain't Jesus Christ, because she's saying stuff that, talking about this word and that word, and Kim is like, I don't know what this lady doing. Like, I don't understand. I don't know what to say to her because she's saying all this stuff I ain't never heard of and all that stuff. So yeah, I can't even remember the stuff she said. I ain't write it down. But she did ask the lady, like, what is your intentions on being here? So everybody kind of expressed, they want to get past some things. They want to move forward. They want to, Kim, I think she wants to be in a better place to understand or something like that. And so she asked them to do a little game as far as their pathology. And, if your mom and dad did any of these things, raise your hand. So they was talking about work, and Mel didn't realize that her mom and her dad were both workaholics. That's where she get it from, because she always, y'all can see if you follow on Instagram, she always got something going on. And Kimmy was saying that, her pathology is controlling. And I could see, thank you for being honest. I can see that on the show, because you be trying to control some things on there. And then Tisha was saying that, as far as hers is, I think she said something about being aggressive, and then she started talking about, how her mom never told her she loved her. You know what I'm saying? She kind of teared up about that. Mm-hmm. You want to say something on that? Mm-mm. Well. Mm-hmm. You got nothing to say? No. Okay, so let's move on to where they was passing out cards. And she said pass out a card, I guess, for how this person makes you feel, I guess, whether it's good or bad. And Destiny gave Mel the card of protection. And she kind of teared up, and she was like, y'all, I am not a crier, but yeah, she said, I really want to thank Mel for just, being my protector. And in my mind, I'm thinking, like, is she protecting your business from you and LeBerick? Because we haven't heard him, honey. We don't even know. People, if they was new to the show, child, they wouldn't know you was married. You just got married and you got a baby. So we wouldn't know any of that, because y'all not saying, what happened. If y'all had issues or whatever, then, I think that should be said. But it's kind of like they switched Destiny into a role of being more so the mediator, instead of just being, one of the, what I'm saying? She came in different. Now her roles didn't change. You want to say something, Ray? Mm-mm. Why you ain't talking?
Nah, that's all girl stuff, man. Shoot, I ain't got nothing about that.
Okay, so Mel gave the card to Tisha when he talking about misunderstanding. And she explained what happened. And I remember this where, they just pretty much had a misunderstanding, because she said that Mel wasn't there for her, or Mel wasn't, communicating with her. And Mel was like, and I can understand. I'm sometimes that type of person. Don't go to sleep, baby. I'm sometimes that type of person where I may take certain stuff personally. And if somebody just kind of like pull back from me or stop talking to me, and I kind of take it personally, even though I should realize, and I had to realize that people have their own stuff going on, and it may not be a personal thing against you, and if they say, oh, well, no, it wasn't personal, and then, you just kind of like get in your feelings and feel like it is. So that's why she was like, well, it wasn't personal. I had my own stuff, and she was like, I feel like that's BS. And so that's when it kind of went downhill. What you want to say?
When a person is trying to be sincere and just open up to you and tell you how you feel, how they feel, what happened about the situation, why the situation went down like that. And it's been sincere with you, and you come back and say, yeah, okay, oh, that's BS. Would you expect that person to how that person gonna reply?
Right.
You're gonna retaliate in a negative way, and that's what Mel did, which I don't blame her. You know what I'm saying? So you saying I'm telling you all this stuff and trying to smooth things over, and all you said my stuff I'm telling you is BS. Well, then when Mel do go off on you and retaliate, you looking like you the victim now. Like, what? Why? See that? You being all extra, you being all special. And this woman just poured out her heart to you, telling that, basically trying to tell you that she's sorry, and you said it's BS. So of course she's gonna. And then, Tish, I tried to take off of Tish, but that part right there, that scene, that was straight garbage.
And to the part where she said, where she was like, well, tell me how it was BS, tell me what's going on. She was like, what? She was like, well, I don't know that. So anyway, they played that back and forth. And so basically it's like when you posted something and said that my husband
they need to stay on social media.
When you posted something and said that, basically saying that Marceau was cheated and with the girl, and the girl denied it, and you lied. That's basically what it is. And so she was like, well, girl, I didn't lie. She says, one thing about me, I'm not gonna lie. I ain't finna tell no lies and nothing like that. And so that's basically what Tisha's in her feelings about to this day, probably.
Then Tisha gonna say, well, what you got going on, Mel, you trying to put that on us, you know what I'm saying? You saying we caused all that, then you can try and come over here and destroy my marriage, and because you gonna do that, you want our marriage to suffer.
And they played a clip when she said that I feel like if he wasn't hanging out with y'all, then he wouldn't have been doing it. So at that point, Mel got up. She was like, I'm not finna do this. I'm sorry. So that, that little lady, well, her name Iama, she was like this.
She was watching a tennis match.
I said, Miss Iama can't control that.
Oh, man. She trying to get me a crook in my neck, man.
And she was like, what we said, baby, last time we said, if things get out of control, what you supposed to say?
Pineapple.
They ain't say pineapple, did they?
It was too far gone before they could say pineapple.
They ain't even thought about no pineapple.
Tish handled that whole situation wrong, badly. Coming late, she started coming late, then got in her feels about that. And then turn around. That right there, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's not cool, man.
I think that, like I said, I think they need to do some personal therapy, but it's going to take Tisha for being a big girl.
That friendship is over with. I think so.
It's going to really, but it's falling on Tisha because she really and truly don't trust Mel, and she in her feelings because she feel like that Mel said her husband was cheating.
Well, the thing is, Tish is still stuck in the past.
Yeah.
And Mel's gone. She got other things.
She got a lot of stuff going on.
She's like, you know what, bunk all that. I got other things going on. I got to look for the future. But, Tish, if she can get out of that past and get over that stuff, maybe she can grow. Not just with Mel. She can grow as a person, And like I said, Tish is, she's a smart girl. She's a smart lady. She just has those flaws that makes her become a victim, and she, she played the victim role all the time. She's woe is me, and why everybody picking on me, this and this and this and that, and she's gonna have to just, and it don't help that Marceau is keeping her down, you know what I'm saying, turning her down, trying to make her stay in that role. So all that plays hand in hand, in my opinion.
All right, you guys. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. This video is long enough. Don't forget to go to our website to check out our merch at kourtneyandeddie.com. The link is down in the description, and become a member. We definitely want to put you on board because I'm going to have some little bit perks for members. So, yeah. All right. On that note, you guys, my husband is super sleepy.
No,
so
I have a bad sinus headache tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my
I appreciate you pushing through.
throbbing, man. My forehead throbbing.
I'm sorry. But on that note, you guys, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Don't forget to go with God and let God go with you. Deuces.